What's up guys? Today in this video we'll be going over a new integration technique called tabular integration. So tabular integration. And now tabular integration is particularly useful when you have some sort of constant and some sort of function like this, and is basically a modification of integration by parts. So when you have an integral like this, you have kind of two products here, as if it's kind of one function x to the third times sine of x. So what you're going to do is essentially split these two parts into, here we'll make this better, into the derivatives and the integrals, di. Essentially you want to get your derivatives down to 0 and your integrals will just follow. So you'll see it will make more sense. So we'll put x to the third in the derivative column. Sorry, x to the third. And then we'll essentially just take the derivative down the column. So we have the derivative of x to the third is 3x squared. And then we have the derivative of 3x squared is 6x, because we're bringing down the exponent here, right? And then subtracting 1 from the exponent. And then we bring one more down, so we have just 6. And then the derivative of a constant is just nothing. So now we have the integral section. So we have sine to the x. Now what is the integral of sine x dx? Well, we know that the derivative of cosine x equals negative sine x. And that's really just something you have to memorize. So if the derivative of cosine x is negative sine x, then that means the derivative of negative cosine x equals sine x. And so the integral is the opposite. So the integral, and these will cancel out. And so the integral of sine x is negative cosine x. Now you'll just have to apply that going down all the way here. So we have the integral of negative cosine x, which is negative sine x. And we would just use the same logic as before. And then the integral of negative sine x would just be cosine x, right? Because this would cancel out. And so we just have cosine x here. And then the integral of cosine x, since the derivative of sine x equals cosine x, take the integral, these will cancel, then we get sine x. Now applying the method of integration by parts, we're essentially going to multiply diagonally down and switch the signs in order to follow the pattern of integration by parts. So we'll draw an arrow, label this as a plus. Here, maybe we'll also do it in a different color here. So we'll have red, we have a plus, then we have a minus, then a plus, then a minus, and that's all we need to do. And so now we just multiply these terms, and we have to account for the sign right here. So our answer would be, first we take that, so x to the third, and this would be negative because we just have the plus and the minus, times cosine x. Then we have a minus, the negatives cancel, so this ends up just being a plus. So we have plus 3x squared times sine of x. Then we take these, multiply them, it's positive, so we don't need to really do anything there. So plus 6x times cosine x. And finally we have these, so this is going to be actually negative. So we can just put minus, right? And we have 6 sine of x. And we can't forget our integration constant plus c. And this would be our answer right here. And we are done.